to Midnight Hair Spa. How can I help you? We do accept walk-ins. It depends on what service you're looking to get, if we could accommodate today. Can I ask what you're looking to have done today? Okay, sure, we do that. Have you been here before? No? Okay, let me grab my book of services and then I can go through that with you and see which one you want. But I think we should have some availability today, all right? Okay, so as far as services, I have kind of a layout in this binder of all the services that we offer. So my recommendation is you can take this over there, but just take a look at what you think you'd like. This one is, this is front and back, and it has an overview of some of our most popular and the price ranges. Is there a price range you're looking to stay in today? Okay, and you wanted the full hair spa experience, correct? Okay, so I'm gonna just skip ahead here. Pages. Okay, so I would take a look at these 2 pages. So here is our hair spa experiences with cuts and styles if you're doing it as part of a actual hair makeover or you wanted your actual hair done. Is that what you wanted? No, just the hair spa? Okay. Then my recommendation would be to look at this one. This is all of our hair spa options for the packages. I would go with one of these 3 if you wanted the full experience. So this one is the one I would recommend from a price point and the experience. You're going to have the consultation, and I'm the hair spa esthetician, so you would be with me. You're going to get the full experience there, detangling, we're going to brush it, consultation, that's all the first part. Then we're going to do oiling, and we're going to do a scalp massage. Yep. Then we'll take you to the shampoo bowl. We'll do a shampoo, a hair mask, condition as well. Then we'll bring you back here. I'll do some additional scalp buildup removal, just scraping, things like that. Hair oiling, and then just some final product application. We do use the hair tools for the massage as well that you've probably seen as the Korean hair spa. And this is a hot wash, so it's very, very relaxing. And then over here, we have some other options. These are the kind of, I recommend this more of an all-day thing. This one is in about an hour, but you get like the full experience. We'll do all the massaging, scalp brushing, rinsing, all of that. Okay, so you're gonna do this one. Okay, and that one's $89. Is that okay? Okay, perfect. Let me go ahead and check this out with you. Scheduling. Okay. Okay, so I can do it now. Yep, I have 2 hours in between my next appointment, so it's perfect. No rush. What's your phone number? Okay, and could I have your first name, please? And your last name? Okay, perfect. And what's a good email for you? Do you want to opt into our text message program and our email notification program? Okay. Just hair spa, package 3. And again, my name is Midnight, so I'm adding that here to your profile. In case you want to ever come back and get another service, they'll be able to show you who has serviced you before, who hasn't, those types of things. Okay, and we do payment ahead of time. It's a spa experience, so we don't want you to have to deal with that afterwards before you leave. So, did you want to go ahead and pay now? Is that okay? Okay. And are you going to pay card or cash? Okay. Thank you. There you are. And no, you don't need a tip. It's completely optional, but we do send you a link after your service, so you can tip based on your service today if you choose to do so. Okay? You don't have to tip ahead of time. It's not really fair. Okay. Now, since you haven't been here before, I would like to go ahead and do a waiver form with you. I just have to ask you some questions and fill out this form very similar to how you would do for a massage or something like that, okay? Okay. Let me just get your name on here. Okay. Just gonna write waivers here. Okay, so just a couple questions about you, your hair. Okay, first and foremost, do you have any allergies to products or to certain additives or chemicals? Okay, have you ever experienced an allergic reaction on your scalp? Okay, have you dyed your hair in the last 2 weeks? Okay, and do you have any concerns about chemical damage to your hair? Have you like bleached it lately or anything? Okay. Okay. What is your main concern today regarding your hair? If you have any. Okay. Got it. Would you consider yourself to have a sensitive scalp? Okay. And how often do you wash your hair? Okay, that makes sense. And how often are you using any type of dye on your hair? Okay. When was the last time you had your hair cut or trimmed? 6 months. Okay. Are you on any type of retinols, antibiotics? Okay. What are your goals today for the hair spa? Okay, that makes sense. Yep. Okay. And how did you hear about us? Facebook. Okay. Awesome. All right. Now, if you just take a look here, this is the form. Right there is where I'll need you to sign, just consenting to services today and attesting that all of this is true. You can read over my responses that you provided, and then you can initial right there, just confirming that those responses are also correct. Okay. And then right there again. Thank you. I'm just going to date this. Alright, perfect. I'll just get this filed. And if you just take a seat, I'm going to go ahead and prep the station for your treatment. We will start sitting up in a chair, and then we will transition to you laying down on a massage table with a neck support so that I can have your hair down for the massage. Typical if you've seen the kind of videos for the scalp massages and the hair treatment, that's what we'll do, okay? Then once that is over, we'll move you to the shampoo bowl, we'll do the mask, all of those things, and then we'll get you back here for the final part of the treatment, all right? And I'll go through everything as we go step by step if you want to know, okay? All right, so like I said, take a seat there and I'll be with you in just a minute. Okay, so now I have you here in the chair. We're gonna just get started on the hair. And the first part of this, of course, is the consultation. So I'm just taking a look at your hair and then we will get started with that, okay? All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start by just detangling the hair a bit. So I'm just looking here. at the roots. And I see you do have quite a bit of product buildup. I can hear that. Just from a little bit of scratching. So we want to definitely get a clarifier on there. Is it okay if I just put some oil in your hair and give it a brush? Great. Just gonna go over here behind you and add some oil. Yeah. And your hair's very long. Just adding this oil now. Any specific concerns that you have with the hair? Some breakage? Okay, I can definitely feel the ends there a little bit prone to breakage, probably. Okay, I'm just gonna start brushing. Like I said, this will start obviously with you sitting up, and then when we move into the scalp massage, we will definitely lay down for that portion of it, okay? Okay, I'm just going to move around to the back. Okay, a little bit more knots back here, definitely. It looks like you do have wavy hair naturally, is that correct? Okay. Okay, perfect. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to grab my wooden brush, and I'm going to spray some oil on this and then brush through your hair. Okay, so we're just going to go in with this. This is just going to help to distribute some oil in the hair. Beautiful. Okay. And basically in this portion, we just want everything to be able to brush through very easily before we go on to adding any type of mask or products to the hair. Okay? Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and start removing some of that buildup around the top of the hair. I'm going to go in with this Velcro curler, and what I do is I put a clarifier on the curler, and then I just manually pull that through the hair. Okay? That's what we're going to do next. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and add that. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and just work this through. Yeah, it's kind of, the Velcro curlers do have a really cool feeling to them. They help a lot more than you think. It just kind of helps me comb out those little fine areas. Now, you said that you didn't have any scalp sensitivity, so probably not going to bother you, but if it does, just let me know. Alright, so that looks really good. Now I do have two scalp serums, so we're going to go in with both of those. The first one is going to be a clarifier that just helps kind of what I just did, and then the second one is a hydrator, since you said you were having some itchiness, okay, in the scalp. Okay, so like I said, we're going to just go in with the clarifier first. Alright, I'm just going to add a little bit more of that. Okay, just get a little bit more. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to use a brush and I'm going to work that in to the top of your scalp, okay? Sorry. Okay. Okay, still feeling all right? Okay, I'm just going to go a little bit more there. Now I'm going to go ahead and go in with the hydrating serum. Okay, that's going to be this blue one. Alright. And here we go, okay? Let me know if you're having any discomfort or anything like that, okay? Okay, a little bit more. Okay. Does that feel alright? Okay, good. Okay. Now I'm just going to go in with this dry brush just on the scalp area, okay? this side of you. Okay, and this side. Perfect. To the back. Hair. Get a little bit of a closer look at the scalp here. Alright, I'm gonna come back around to the other side now. Check that out real quick. Alright. You're doing okay? Feels good? Alright, great. Alright. I'm gonna now add a little bit of scalp toner. This is gonna go directly on top, and then we're gonna move on to the end of your hair, okay? Okay, here we go. Okay, just give that 1 second. That in with this little soft brush. Okay, a little bit more toner. Okay. Working that in. I'm going to use this comb to just finish working that into your hair before we move on to the ends, okay? The products that I'm using on you today are obviously new, but I'd just like to show you so that you know that you're not concerned. Okay. We have this comb, this more of like a brush, and then the small one, okay? I'm going to start with this one. When I can start to feel a lot more of the dryness. I'm going to go back here as well. Just check this out. A lot of build up there. Yeah, a lot of build up on there around the part. That's okay though. We'll get it out. Looks really good. And you can tell it's starting to take off some of this problematic areas build up. the area around the part for now, at least. Okay, just going to give it a little spray. Alright, now we're going to start on the actual ends of the hair, which have quite a bit more buildup. Feel that very stiff. So I'm going to go ahead and just add a clarifier to these, work that in, and then I'm going to have you lay on the table and we'll get started on the scalp massage, okay? Alright, before we get started, I'm going to add a cape to you because we're doing the ends of your hair now, and that is what I'm going to be spraying a lot, and I don't want it to get on your clothes. Do you have any questions before we get started? No? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add your cape. Okay, I'm just going to smooth this out around you. Okay, that's good. Alright, looks good. So, now I'm going to just start with a little bit of water on the ends of your hair. This is going to help me have a nice base so that the product I'm adding is absorbing better. I'm going to move to the back so I don't get too wet there. And then I'm just going to go to the other side of your hair and spray this a little bit. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and start with a small clarifier, just like we did on your scalp, but this is for the ends. I'm just going to section out with my hands and just add this. And I'm not going to go too overwhelming on the product. I don't want to add too much. Yes, this one does sound really, really good. Okay, I'm going to work this through with this very easily, very gently. All right, good. Okay. Really good, really good. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some hydrating oil to the ends of the hair, okay? Can I just go ahead in with this? gonna work this in with my fingers. Now with a wet brush. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some rosemary mint water to your hair. Looks good. You're doing absolutely great. So we're getting ready to go ahead and transition to the table portion. Okay. Perfect. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and prep my table. It's right next to me. I'm just going to move it over. And then I'm going to get you positioned on it, and then we'll start the actual scalp massage portion of this, okay? Alright, so now we're just moving on to the scalp portion of this. I have you laid down, so hopefully you're very comfortable. I'm just going to take a look at your scalp. Alright, so we're going to be doing some different massage techniques on the scalp. And I'm going to start out with just some basic massage to the scalp. I'm going to use this pink tool, and then we're going to move on to a few other things. Before I get started, I am going to just add some oil to your scalp with this, okay? Okay, I'm just going to work that in. Go ahead and go in with this tool. Just trying to get this really worked into the scalp. Okay, so I'll go behind a bit. Okay. Now I have these. These are brand new. You're going to be able to take these home with you today when we finish. I don't know if you've ever used any type of jade, but these are made of jade. These are scalp massaging combs, and they are used to obviously really penetrate down into the muscle areas to get really good relaxation. So here we go. I'm just going to run these through like this. It is much easier for me to give you a good experience when I'm behind, being able to really work in. So a lot of times that's where I'm at. So sorry that I'm not right in front of you, but this is much better in terms of getting a good massage angle. Okay, and then just turn your head just a little bit. Thank you. I'm gonna look over here. Okay, just gonna turn your head back towards me just a little bit. I'm gonna go in on this opposite side of your head. Same thing. Just gonna center you again, just a bit, okay? Thank you. And I'm gonna go down on just the nape of your neck area and then just do one comb straight down, okay? Okay, and then just lift a little bit. Okay. Perfect. Now I'm going to go in with this wooden wide tooth comb through the hair. Okay. up and down as I go down the scalp area, okay? You still feeling okay? Oh, it's okay. Go ahead and fall asleep. That's fine. Perfect. I'm going to go in with this brush. It's kind of like a scalp massage brush, if you ask me. I love this one. It's going to go very slow. Gonna go with my hands now for a minute. Going with the massage brush all around here. Okay. Gonna finish up with some coconut water. Alright. Now I'm gonna go ahead and when you're ready, I'm just gonna have you stand up and we're gonna go to the shampoo bowl. I'm going to give you a shampoo, a hair mask, and a conditioner, okay, before we go ahead and start detangling and finishing up the hair spa. And this will be, like I said, a hot rinse. Okay. Alright, so just follow me. Alright, so we've got you here and we're in the shampoo bowl. I'm going to go ahead and add some gloves before we get started. Okay, are you comfortable? Okay, good. So just to go over with you the products for today that I'm going to be using, we're going to have I'll start with the shampoo. Start off with the tea tree oil at my mask shampoo. Then we're going to go ahead and do a macadamia natural oil deep repair mask on your hair. This one is really good. It smells really good too. Then we're going to move on to the tea tree conditioner. I will give you a scalp massage with a brush, just really good. And then I have a couple products that we'll follow up with after the wash to just moisturize the hair and keep it in good condition. Alright, so as I said, this is a hot wash, so I'm going to go ahead and start out by just getting your hair wet with some hot water. Okay, alright, perfect. Okay. Shift you over a little bit. Okay, making sure you got all of the shampoo. Looks great. Now we're this macadamia mask. And I'm just going to get some of this into my gloves. And work this into your hair. Okay, just your hair. Get some more of this for my... Especially focus this at the ends of your hair. I'm going to just move back away from you just a little bit. I'll turn your chair in forward a little bit. Sit for just a second. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and gently rinse this out, okay? Is the tea tree conditioner. And 1 second. Okay. So we're just going to go in with this. We don't need a ton because we don't want to over condition. We just get a hair mask. Make the hair heavy. Just going to let that through. Okay, I think it's ready to get rinsed. I'm going to just turn you back forward and turn on the water again, okay? water out. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a towel. Okay. I'm going to put this over your hair to draw everything out. Okay. I'm gonna wrap your hair up in the towel. Okay, got the hair in this towel. Perfect. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna put that towel in your eyes, just push that right there. Okay, I'm gonna have you stand up and we're gonna go back into the styling area. We're gonna apply some product and detangle your hair. Okay? Alright, let's go. Okay, so I've got you back in the chair. We're gonna go ahead and take this towel off of your head and then get started with the rest of your treatment. Okay, just gonna take a look at your wet hair. If that's okay with you. Okay, so while everything is wet, I will go ahead and get started on adding some oil and some leave-in mask. So I'm going to just start out with this 5-in-1 leave-in spray. This is the Argan Oil Repairing Spray. Okay. My favorite thing about this spray is that even if you don't really, if you typically have a lot of issues with adding oil to your hair and it looking oily, this will not make it look oily. So I'm just going to work this into the hair. Okay, and you just tell me if you're having any discomfort or anything's bothering you, okay? So far you're good? Alright, good. So I'm just working this into the hair. Okay. So next I'm going to go in with that sister product. These are part of the line. This is the actual Argan Oil hair oil. I'm going to add some of this to my hands. About 2.5, 3 pumps is about the right amount for your hair to not make it look oily. Okay, I'm just going to add this mostly to the mid and end of your hair. Okay. Sorry, my chair's a little loose there. It keeps making squeaky sounds. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna go to the back here and just work that in a little bit more. Okay, looks good. Okay, and then the final thing I'm going to add before we comb and brush out is the Not Your Mother's Hydrating Sleep On It Serum Cream. This is one of my favorites. I put this on my hair every night before bed. And I don't know how to describe it, but it's like lotion for your hair, literally. It makes your hair feel so soft, but not at all greasy. And it has a very light, I hate like stuff that's overly scented. This is a really light, nice scent. Highly recommend that product. And we do sell it if you'd like to buy it. So I'm just working this through your hair. And we're going to detangle a bit, okay? Okay. I'm just going to get this towel a little bit wet still on the very end. So. Now that shouldn't affect the product we just put in. Okay, so I'm going to start out with just going through with a wide tooth comb on your hair. Yeah, just go really lightly. We'll go back in with the brush in a minute, okay? And I know you have some knots here. It's not a big deal. The mask we did was really good, so it doesn't seem to be a problem. Yeah, the mask is really good for working out the dryness that makes it very difficult to brush through the hair. Okay, so I think that's enough for the comb. I'm going to go ahead and go in with the wet brush. Okay. And as I brush through it, I do see that your hair is dripping. So I'm going to just grab my towel again. Because your hair now has a lot of moisture in it from those mask and conditioner, it will hold moisture a lot more than it did before. So it's a good sign that we're seeing that. Did you want me to add a little bit more serum to your scalp, just like the everyday serum? Not the heavy stuff that I put here, but a everyday one just to keep your scalp from itching. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add a bit of serum. Gonna use these gel or jade combs to just work that in a bit, okay? So relaxing. Are you still doing okay? Alright, I'm just gonna go a little bit more. Got a little bit of something right here. Let me just get that out. It's a little dandruff, that's all. here with this wet brush. And did you want me to dry the hair, or did you want to just let it air dry to get the full effect of all that mask? Okay, so we'll let it be wet. That's beautiful. Okay, and then the last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go through it with this fine brush because this really helps to work everything through. Is there anything else you were concerned about that you wanted me to add for you? I'm going to dry the ends one more time with my towel here, okay? Okay. And did you want to leave it down? I do have a clip. I can put it up for you before you leave. No? Okay, I'm just going to give it one more spray with this 5-in-1 leave-in coconut oil. Okay, I'm just going to work that in with my hands. So I think you're all ready to go. Your hair spa experience is complete. How do you feel? Great. That's amazing. I know you're probably a little bit tired, so please take your time relaxing until you are ready to get up. Okay, there's no rush. You can stay and just acclimate as long as you need to. Okay, if you want a hair tie, there's some over there in the basket. It is best to leave your hair down to dry, of course, but just in case. Alright, do you have any questions for me before you go? No? Okay, well, it has been an absolute pleasure today. I hope you enjoyed your experience, and hopefully I will see you again soon.